One of the things we like doing on this show and have done for a long time is to introduce you, our viewers, to some great programming from around the world, be it TV or film. That's the case with a show from Ireland called Hidden Assets. Season 3 is available now on Acorn TV. Here's a peek.
What do you need to do?
The killer is the connection to Heaslip, the murders, everything.
Don't start asking questions that you don't want the answer to.
Well, and joining us from that show is one of the lead actresses, acclaimed actress. She has been working steady. We're going to get into that for the last couple decades. A great pleasure to welcome Nora-Jane Noone. Welcome to our city tonight, Nora-Jane, and say hello to our viewers here in Canada.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me.
It is a great pleasure to have you, and we do take great pleasure in introducing our viewers here in Canada to great shows around the world, yours being one of them. I came to this show late, Hidden Assets, Season 3, and Nora-Jane, what I love is when a show grabs you immediately. Within the first 15 minutes or so of this new season, we've got a raid on a Dublin lawyer's home that goes badly. An investigative journalist and her family are murdered in Bilbao, and you spend the next 6 episodes trying to figure out if the dots connect and who's painting the dots. Tell us a little bit about your character and your team in Hidden Assets Season 3.
Yeah, it starts off with a really tragic incident, and my character's kind of left reeling and left chasing a lead to prove that there's more to it than they first thought, as a way to kind of, justify what's happened and justify herself in her work. So they end up following the money, going to Bilbao, joining up with the reinforcements there, and there's a murder when they arrive, and they realize this is much bigger than they thought. And she's then up against the clock. There's media pressure, there's pressure from her boss, and the clock is really ticking for her to try and prove that there's a link here that's going to justify her gut feeling. And so, yeah, it's right off the bat, and it was really fun to dive in. And really, you get to see a lot more of the personal side of my character this season. I think you get to see what's going on behind her professionalism a lot more, which was really fun.
Yeah, I must say that one of the things I enjoyed is not the correct word because it is stressful, but it was the subplot, kind of different layer where you do see the personal side of your character, Detective Sergeant Claire Wallace, and what's going on at home. She has obviously a loving partner, but this job is all-consuming, especially when it involves you being not there for great periods of time, as you're in Bilbao. I love that they showed that part of this part of your life. How important was that for the writers to do that, and how important was that for you playing this character again?
I think it's very important because you need to care about these characters. Last season, my character was new. You were setting it up, you were getting to know her, but you already had established storylines and characters from maybe the previous season that you knew a lot about. You knew a lot about their family. You knew a lot about their struggles, and so I think it was really important to bring that element into it for Claire this season.
One of the things I read about you, Nora-Jane, is that in terms of acting and what you look for, I saw a quote here. I'm hoping it's you. It said, as an actor, you're drawn to exploring the darker aspects of life, facing them and moving through them to heal and move forward. And going back to your character, Claire in Hidden Assets, as you mentioned, I don't want to give away what it is, but she does seem to be suffering from maybe PTSD. I love that is something that draws you to a character as an actress. And could you talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just life, isn't it? We all go through challenges, and it's finding a way out and a way through where you can gain as much positively from that as possible. And kind of the alchemy of whether it's loss or, challenges in life or health or whatever it might be, it's all the same process of healing, I think, and growing as much as you can in your time. And I've been writing in the last few years, and I've realized that those things start to come out more clearly when you start to realize what it is that draws you to something, or what it is that you're fascinated by.
Nora-Jane, I got to kind of blow your horn a little bit here, but I was reading some of the Irish Times. Now, Ireland has been making movies and TV for a lot of years. They ranked you as the number 47th greatest actors of all time on their list. You're in a top 50. That must have warmed your heart.
It does. It's I kind of it's hard to get a perspective on that kind of thing. You're just kind of trying to do your best each job you do. So you're taking it one job at a time, but it's really lovely. Yeah.
That's a nice pat on the back, isn't it? Hey, we won't keep you because I know it's early evening where you are, but we want to remind our viewers again, Acorn TV broadcasts programming from all over the world. Your new season, and I will say to our viewers, Nora-Jane, I came to this show late. I didn't see season 1 or 2, so I started watching season 3, but it explains things easily. I was able to understand quickly the players, the setup, everything. Season 3 right now, folks, of Hidden Assets, and this will be in my top probably 3 of this year, and it's only March. So we want to thank Nora-Jane Noone for joining us. We really appreciate this. Thank you. And I will say there is a great beat that comes at the end of this season 3 that we will not reveal, but it certainly is a strong personal beat that people will be shocked because it will lead beautifully into season 4, I'm thinking.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. There she is. It's Nora-Jane Noone joining us here on Our City Tonight.
This segment was sponsored by the Richmond Sentinel, providing news, entertainment, and human interest stories in print and online.